Okay, hello everyone, this is your boy Dark Raikou here with What If Issei was the reincarnation of Satoru Gojo and Kakashi Hatake Part 2. Now it's been 7 days since the last time I uploaded that, but yeah, I'm trying to do 2 what ifs a day, but I know I couldn't because my phone needed to be charging and other things and yada yada. And tomorrow I probably have school unless it starts snowing. Yes, unless it starts snowing and canceling that shit tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just hoping. I'm praying. Okay, it's right now raining. I'm hoping for the snow to come in anytime. Make some ice. Do something because I don't want to go to school tomorrow. But yeah. But other than that, yes, school did get kind of canceled today. Mostly yesterday. Oh, never mind. I'm confusing myself. But not the point. Let me go into this what if. So, I'm not going to a recap, no recaps, because it hasn't been 1 month. Other than that, let me begin. So we go into Issei going to school the next day. Of course, this is where, Issei is right now in his illusion right now. When I mean his illusion, he has brownish hair and brownish chocolate eyes. His original form looks like, straight up like a Gojo mixed with Kakashi. So basically having like silver with whitish hair. And of course, where, well, his eyes are actually a crystallized blue. And when he activates it into using chakra, they will turn red. But not the point. But of course, where, well, Issei is right now in his illusion. And of course, he gets to school. Of course, this is where his 2 friends are right now tired. They're right now in 3rd hour. And of course, where, well, they are just bored out of their mind. This is where, well, Matsui is literally thirsty. Thirsty for fucking a drink. And this is where Murahama is just too damn tired and too less of a give a damn about schoolwork because he literally is smarter than half of these people. The only person that he's not smart of, well, very smart, is against Issei, because Issei is smarter than him. He literally has the eyes of everything. 6 eyes to know everything. This is where, well, Murahama doesn't go against him. Which, you see here, Murahama and Matsui are not truly perverts, they're actually just fake perverts. They're only fake perverts because they don't want to be bothered by anyone. Matsui, he's actually pretty strong in physical. He's like very physical, but of course he doesn't show it to be physical because he wears a jacket that shows to be kind of too long on him, and yeah. Of course, well, he has, well, 0 hair, but yeah, he kept cutting every day because he doesn't give a fuck. Of course, well, Murahama, on the other hand, he is smart, extremely smart. This is where, well, he won't be as smart as, well, Issei, but he's an extremely smart person to actually be building robots. Well, mostly technology and robots for his benefit, mostly benefits help. Mostly in battle or in just daily life. But of course, right now in school, he doesn't want to show anything. But yeah, this is where he keeps it hidden. Same with Matsui. Matsui literally keeps his physical body hidden. That's just because he doesn't want anyone to bother him. Both Murahama and Matsui literally don't want to be bothered. They only got transferred to this school was because, well, thanks to a test and thanks to, well, what's it called, him being very flexible and strong. Mostly Matsui was strong in his old school, like too damn strong and too powerful. And of course, is where, well, he was also too athletic and other things, like he was good in a bunch of sports. He was transferred towards, well, Kuo Academy. Now for Murahama, he was too damn smart on a test, and of course he thought he was going to get a scholarship until he was just transferred to Kuo Academy. Same with Issei. He didn't want to pass the test. He didn't care about the scholarship. Pretty much, it was just a test randomly given to almost everyone in his old school Issei. But of course, he passed it with his damn luck, with his goddamn unlucky self, and literally just kind of got all the answers right. In any other person's case, it would have been extremely lucky. But for him, it's just so damn unlucky. He got a scholarship straight towards going to Kuo Academy, but yeah. But of course, they're right now hidden themselves because they don't like anyone. And they know there's devils in this school. Devils, fallen angels, and anything. They don't want to be bothered by any of the supernatural. But yeah. But of course, we're going to Matsui and Murahama. Matsui is literally about to just die from the lack of drinking any alcohol. And Murahama is literally about to die from boredom, just straight up boredom. This is where, well, Issei managed to get to school very late, but of course he didn't care. This is where, well, they see Issei, and this is where they really want to just punch the shit of him, because they were just bored out of their mind. Of course, when third hour is over, this is where, well, they're going to fourth hour, but this is where, well, they go into the bathroom, make clones, because, well, Issei is there now. He makes clones. He then makes those clones go into Henjutsu, which Henjutsu is what's it called, like, putting themselves into another person, or mostly making themselves look like the same person. But yeah, that was the jutsu I was thinking about. For some reason, I couldn't think of it last time, Henjutsu. But yeah, but pretty much the three clones. Well, one is looking like Issei's fake illusion one. The other looks like Matsui and Morohama, and they go to class. This is where, well, Matsui, Morohama, and Issei literally jumps out the window. Like, they open the window of the, what's it called, boys' bathroom. Open it, even though it's kind of like locked and, well, supposed to be locked, but it's broken because they always use this to kind of break out and literally get out and just go ditch. But yeah. And of course, they kind of open it. They all jump out. Mostly, well, Atsui is the first one to go outside. He lands on the ground. Of course, where he lands on both of his legs, because they're right now on like the third floor. But of course, this is where, well, he lands on the ground and he's fine. He starts walking. This is where, well, Matsui kind of just jumps off also. This is where he doesn't like break his legs or doesn't do anything like crazy like Matsui, because Matsui is physically strong. He's like above average from a normal human. This is where, well, Matsui kind of has with his legs kind of propel him from actually falling too hard by kind of having like these rockets. This is where like robotic kind of like machines started appearing. This is where he actually managed to land perfectly. Well, kind of, because they were just boosting him a little bit down, down, and down. But yeah, this is where when Issei, he kind of jumped out. He kind of closed the window behind him. But this is where, well, he lands down pretty easily. Literally, he just floats out there. But yeah. Or mostly he lands down there and doesn't break any legs. This is where, well, they start leaving and going to, well, mostly the arcade. They jump over the fence and literally just kind of go to the arcade. This is where, well, Morohama goes to the arcade. Matsui goes to literally an alcohol shop just to go buy some alcohol. And, well, Issei just goes to the arcade also. They kind of just stay there for hours until the day is supposed to be over for school. And literally they go home. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into mostly, Issei and his clone getting home. Of course, his clone poof away. And this is where he shows his actual true self. And this is where, well, when he gets inside, his dad is there, his mom is there. This is where they say, hello, Issei. How was school? Issei said, it was fine. This is where when Issei's getting all the memories from his clone. From, well, first, he blocks out the two clone memories from Matsui and Morohama. But just, yeah, he doesn't really care about those memories. Because pretty much they were just being perverts. Fake perverts, because, yeah. This is where Issei just commands me to do something like that. But, of course, it was just there just to, well, fake people out from actually figuring out their true self, their true identity, whatever. This is where, well, his actual clone actually got a request from Ria's Creamery. Of course, his clone denied Kiba, but yeah. This is where, well, Kiba seems to be a little bit pissed off. In Issei's memories, he saw that Kiba is a little bit angry and kind of insult the fact that Issei's clone said no. This is where, well, and mostly a lot of people kind of glare at Issei. Right now, just shocked. But of course, Issei didn't give a shit. This is where he would, like, I don't know, just call or text Rias or whatever. But of course, he realized one thing. He really doesn't have her phone number. So it's right now confusing. He sighs, but this is where, well, he kind of said it was good. This is where he was going to go upstairs. Which he goes upstairs just to kind of, well, relax. But yeah. This is where a red magic circle appears in his room. This is where Rias kind of looks at him with a stern look. Saying, why didn't you go with, well, Kiba? This is where, well, Issei said, oh, shit. Why are you bothering me? Also, before you kind of go and leave and whatever, can I get your phone number? This is where, well, Ria's face becomes a little red. This is where Issei said, when he kind of noticed her face becoming red, this is where he said, no, I needed to call you in emergencies or whatever. This is where, well, Ria's kind of said, sure. She gives the phone number towards Issei, And this is where, well, of course, this is where Rias is still so confused with Issei's look. He looks much better than his actual illusion clone, or most his illusion. And of course, she still can't get enough of it. This is where, well, Issei said, okay, well, what do you want to talk with me with, whatever Blondie? You mean Kiba? Yeah, that guy. Gay lord. This is where, well, Ryo says, can you not please call him that? I haven't seen that man talk to any girl, go out with any girl. I literally think he's gay, okay? You can't blame me. This is where Ryo sighs because she also thinks that Kiba's actual, like in the other side. But yeah. This is where, well, Ryo sighs and says, I guess I can't really disprove that theory. This is where, well, Issei says, yeah, and I need him far away from me when I actually show my actually true form. This is where, well, Ryo said, I don't think he would go after you. I don't care. This is where Issei said, literally with some sass, and this is where Ryo sighs and says, okay, Shirley, I just wanted to talk to you with, what's it called, the others about a barrage joining in, please. This is where she tries to beg at Issei. Issei thinks about it in his head, and this is where he says, how about this? I want to fight against your Paraj, and I also want to fight against Sona Paraj, because I know she's also a devil. This is where Ryo looks at him with this puzzled look, and this is where, well, Issei says, don't worry, I won't fight them all at once. I'll be fighting you and Sona together. You two will be fighting me. Your queens can join anytime, I don't really care, but I do want to fight the kings, mostly you and Sona. This is where Ryo kind of looks confused and just complex. This is where she says, what about the others? Kiba and whoever is a pawn, a knight or rook or whatever, mostly a knight or a pawn piece, and well, Sona's Paraj or whoever, if there's another male, will be going against one of my friends. This is where Rios is confused. This is where Issei says, don't worry, he's strong enough to handle himself. Also, any of the rooks, females or whatever, would be going against, well, I guess, well, not really. Look, this is where Issei said, whoever's in the male side of Sona's, because I swear to God, I've seen a male person, someone new in the president place or whatever, named Sanji. Sanji be going against one of my friends named Murahama. And the other one, Kiba, would be going against Masui. Got it? This is where, well, Ryo says, what about the females? This is where, well, the females on your team, mostly that mascot, white hair girl, whatever, and the females and what's it called, the president, will be going against whoever, well, I don't know. Pretty much I want to just test out the strength of mostly everyone's power. So I guess they can go against me, however strong they are. And this is where, well, Rhea seems complex in this, and this is where she says, fine, would you join my barrage after that? If you lose against me, hell no. This is where Rhea falls down to the ground and says, what? What? That's not... This is where Issei says, it's fair. Think about it. If I lose against you, I would have joined your barrage. Well, questions. But if you lose against me, bye-bye. Bye-bye to that whole joining barrage. This is where, well, Rhea winds her eyes and says, fine. This is where, well, Issei says, okay, good luck in strategy. You have one day. Also, did, what's it called, Rainer join? This is where, well, he kind of asked a question. This is where Rhea says, yeah, she did. Cool. I will see her tomorrow. I guess we can do that little fight thing that I asked. Probably tomorrow afternoon, since tomorrow is a Friday. This is where, well, she sighs and says, fine. This is where, well, Issei grins and says, good. Now, can you get out of my room? I'm literally about to change into my pajamas, and I don't want you to, well, be looking under my clothing. This is where, well, her face becomes red, and this is where she says, okay, bye. This is where she teleports, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei grins, just laughing to him, chuckling to himself. And this is where Drake says, you can't stop yourself from literally teasing her. This is where, well, Issei says, why? No, I can't. She's kind of cute. This is where Drake says, now you gotta just get her in bed. This is where he says, okay, Drake, you need to calm down with the perverted stuff. How the hell did you become such a pervert? This is where, well, Drake says, okay, listen here. My original host, my last host was such a pervert. This is where, well, Issei says, for fuck's sakes. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei says, why? Why did I have the perverted dragon? Hey, I'm the heavenly dragon, Drake says in his mind, keep correcting him. Issei says, yeah, show me that heavenly dragon power instead of that perverted fucking side, bastard. This is where, well, Drake says, okay, I'll show you. This is where Issei says, do that later, I'm going to sleep. This is where, well, Issei falls asleep, but yeah. The next day happens, and of course, where, well, we go through the whole day. Of course, Rainer was there, and this is where she was mostly in every class of Issei's. Because, yeah. This is where, well, we go into the afternoon, and of course, the afternoon just contains of, well, Ria's Parage and also, well, Sona's Parage, but yeah. Now, of course, Asuya is not in, what's it called, Ria's Parage, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei is right now kind of, well, seeing all of them. This is where Murahama and Matsui are there. And this is where Murahama has this, like, evilish grin to his face. Matsui kind of has this undetective kind of, like, look to his face. And Issei kind of has this emotionless look, but yeah. This is where, well, Sona's confused and asks, well, Rias and what the trio of perverts are doing here. This is where, well, mostly the kind of council members are kind of looking at them with these disgusted looks, because, yeah. Mostly the disgusted looks, mostly half of the females, even what they call Sanji, because these are the trio of perverted. This is where on the other side, what's it called? Well, Akano doesn't really care. Konako kind of just says, why is the trio perverted here? This is where, well, Kiba glares at Issei because, yes, Issei literally denied his request to go with him towards Rias, but yeah. And this is where Rias has this nervous look. This is where, well, she can feel Issei's just evil desire to literally just kick the shit out of them and literally just breaks her fucking dreams. This is where, well, Sona's confused, but this is where, well, Rias kind of goes, well, pretty much is a battle. This is where it's the council and us. This is where Rias explains. Basically, my Parage and Sona's Parage versus Issei's group. This is where, well, she said Issei's name very respectfully but nervously at the same time. Sona caught that but confusedly. This is where, well, first match, this is where Rias said, first match will be Sanji against Murahama, and second match will be, well, Kiba against, well, Matsui. This is where Kiba says, why can't I go against Issei? This is where Rias kind of glares at him and says, you will be going against Matsui. This is where Matsui says, yeah, pretty boy, don't you want to fight me? This is where, well, Kiba glares at, what's it called, mostly, Matsui, and Matsui had this, like, look of, fuck, I don't give a shit if you look at me or not. I'm gonna kick the brakes off of you. But yeah. Matsui had this, like, evilish grin. This is where Murahama had this uncaring look. But this is where, well, we go into the battle between, well, Sanji and, well, Murahama. This is where Sanji says, okay, I'll be going against you. This is where, well, he's right now in a stance, like in a battle stance, like in a boxing kind of battle stance. Like right now on guard. And this is where, well, Murahama says, Sanji, can you please just use your sacred gear? I know you have one. This is where, well, they're confused. All of what's it called, Sona's Parage and even Ria's Parage looks confusedly. This is where Ria says, wait, if Issei's basically the group leader, they should already know about the sacred gears. Right now, what's it called, Rainer's there, but she's like near Rias, but yeah, of course, this is where Akano doesn't really like what's it called, Rainer, because she is kind of a fallen. Rias to explain this, but not to attack her. This is where, well, of course, this is where, well, Sanji says, fine. This is where he activates his sacred gear and says, bring it on then. This is where Matsui says, okay, let me go against you. This is where he's walking towards, well, what's it called, well, Sanji, very slowly. And Sanji right now rushes at Murahama just to punch him. And this is where, well, what's it called, Murahama kind of, like, click something in his ear, mostly like an earbud, and this is where it kind of appears a mic and other things. This is where he says, Jarvis, can you please send some of my equipment? This is where we go into somewhere far away, mostly like a house, and mostly it's like a garage. Right now kind of bursting through up in the air, mostly like a package. This is where, well, the package kind of like flies up in the air. Of course, where we go into some of the garages, mostly underneath. And of course, this is where there's fancy ass cars, and this is where the place kind of has a bunch of like machines and other things, and they have to have multiple suits around. This is where, well, we go into the package right now flying. This is where the package splits into multiple pieces. This is where, well, when Sanji rushes at, well, what's it called? Motohammer to actually punch him and try to use his sacred gear because he still doesn't know how to use it. But this is where, well, something right now clocks what's it called Sanji in the face right now, sending him out of the way. This is where, well, it landed on what's it called Motohammer's arm, and it looked like to be like some kind of gauntlet, a machine gauntlet. This is where, well, Matsui says, damn. Well, not Matsui. What's it called? Matsui does say, damn, that must have fucking hurt. Holy shit. And I already know the distance or how far, what's it called? Well, that shit's going, this is where, well, he kind of just grabs a cheek because he did kind of felt that shit before and how painful it is. Ooh, he remembers losing a teeth. This is where, well, Issei just grins with this evilish grin still. This is where, well, everyone is confused. And this is where, well, Sanji say, what the fuck? What the hell did I just get hit? What the fuck is that in your arm? This is where, well, more machine parts start going onto what's it called, the left arm of what's it called, not Matsui, Motohama. And this is where, well, it's now fully a, what's it called, kind of reddish, kind of like gauntlet armor. This is where, well, this is where Motohama says, don't worry what it is. Repulsion. This is where a blast appears from what's it called, mostly the gauntlet, like a little bluish thing, kind of lights up, and this is where a waves of what's it called, like this waves of sound waves appear, or mostly what's it called, not sound waves, like ripple waves appear, right now pushing, well, Sanji away. This is where Sanji is confused. He gets pushed and literally just smashes the ground and says, what the fuck is that? This is where, well, Matsui says, Jarvis, where the heck is the rest? This is where, well, he said in the mic again, this is where, well, everyone's confused. Who the fuck is Jarvis? This is where, well, Issei is grinning because that's literally what's it called, well, Motohama's, what's it called, AI. Now, of course, if you heard me kind of kicking stuff, literally, it's kind of dark and I'm not watching where I'm walking. Okay, but not the point. Let me go back into what if. But of course, well, more parts started appearing all around what's it called, well, Motohama, and literally he became Iron Man. Now, which Iron Man suit is he in? He's in the, what's it called, one that has kind of a triangle shape, okay? Or, not a triangle shape. What was that one where he kind of had it, I don't remember what number it was, but I'm gonna say it's like 43. Well, for him, it's like 43. And it kind of looks like the one where the, what's it called, nuclear reactor in his chest is kind of a triangle instead of being a circle, but yeah, it's like a triangle. But yeah, it's that one. This is where, well, he got his armor being all shiny and clean. This is where, well, he then appears right in front of what's it called, well, Sanji. Sanji says, when the fuck are you? Of course, his face is still showing. And this is where, well, the armament, well, the mostly plate thing literally smashed into, what's it called, Motohama's face. And this is where, well, the voice changed, and this is where Motohama says, I'm fucking Iron Man, bitch. He punches, what's it called, just Sanji in the face so hard, launching him. This is where he then sends two, like, light, just, well, these, like, what's it called, beams from his hand, smashing into Sanji, and Sanji is screaming right now in pain. This is where he's saying, what the fuck are you? Hell no, what the fuck are you? The hell, Iron Man? What the hell is that? This is where, well, everyone looks at what's it called, Motohama, we're just confused. This is where Motohama says, what I am is what I am. This is where Sanji then throws what's it called, a little rope line towards what's it called, well, Motohama, and tries to drain his energy, which it is draining the energy, mostly the electrons and other things that's kind of powering this armor, but this is where mostly the fuel and other things. This is where, well, he then just pulls what's it called, Sanji towards him, literally sending a powerful left hook punch. Well, mostly, yeah, left, not, yeah, a left hook punch right now, smashing to well, what's it called, Sanji's face right now, cracking that damn teeth that he did get hit in the first place, but managing to not break until he did get clocked, and literally that teeth now broke out. This is where, well, Motohama saw the teeth and say, ooh, your crown. Hey, bro, now since you lost your crown, I'm gonna just pocket that shit because I need money, because I'm literally wasting fuel on your ass because you're weaker than I expected. So I'm taking whatever I ever get from you. This is where, well, Sanji says, you mother. This is where, well, Motohama started kind of, well, he says, Jarvis, can you activate the mini rockets? This is where mini rockets appear from the shoulder. And this is where, well, Sanji says, wait, what the He's right now just getting blasted. This is where, well, Sanji's like unable to move. He's like, ugh. He falls down to the ground. This is where, well, Matsui says, I feel your pain, brother. I literally got also clocked one time like that. I got caught lacking. Don't worry, you will feel better the next couple of weeks later. Probably for you, probably stay for 4 weeks. Everyone widened their eyes. This is where Motohama then stand next to Issei, and this is where he says, done. This shit was easy. What the hell? Aren't they supposed to be devils? This is where he kind of complains to Issei. Issei says, yeah, they're supposed to be devils. Okay, Matsui, go against Kiba. Matsui says, finally. Well, come out, little curse being. This is where a curse, creature appears. And this is where he kind of pulls out a sword out of it. And this is where, well, Kiba looks at this kind of disgusting. And this is where, well, Matsui kind of grins at, Kiba. This is where, well, he has this evilish grin. He says, let's see. How strong are you, Kiba? This is where Kiba looks at him with these emotional, well, mostly calculating eyes, but still being emotional. But yeah, this is where, well, Kiba rushes at him with the dark kind of, mostly the dark holy sword devourer or whatever. And of course, try to stab at, what's it called? Well, well, let me say that again. At, well, mostly Matsui. Instead of Matsui dodging, he lets what's it called Kiba stab him. This is where he grabs the blade and then uses his own blade to just slash down. Now, of course, his blade looks like this way. Basically, his curse blade, well, mostly this is the blade he has, and it's basically a curse blade, but yeah. This is where, well, he has the blade right now, holding it, well, over him, and of course, he does slash at Kiba, and Kiba felt just this huge slash through his chest. This is where he jumps away, and of course the sword was destroyed by what's it called, Matsui literally destroying the darkness. But yeah, this is where, well, Matsui says, oh, where are you going, Kiba? Why are you running? You literally stabbed me in the chest and now you're running? No, you gotta take responsibility. I only managed to give you that small little flesh wound. When he's talking about the small little flesh wound, he's literally gave Kiba a just huge slash. This is where he's bleeding right now a lot. This is where everyone wind their eyes. This is where, well, Sona was actually just horrified to see this. We're not Sona, mostly Supaki. This is where Matsui says, nah. That's where, well, he kind of put his left hand over his chest. And then kind of lift up his chest, and this is where his chest is all ripping other things. He just has 6 packs over it. This is where he kind of touches where the blood wound is at. This is where he puts the blood over his hands, and well, mostly over his mouth. And this is where, well, he licks the blood and says, coppery. This is where, well, everyone looks at him disgusted. This is where, well, Matsui says, well, let's start this battle. I'm definitely going to make sure I rip you into 2. This is where, well, Kiba is just confused with what to call Matsui. Of course, everyone's confused with Motohama and the robotic form that he has. Mostly the whatever the hell he's in. This is where, well, Matsui rushes at, what's it called, Kiba. Right now, swinging his sword straight towards Kiba. And Kiba right now says, what's it called, sword kind of breaker, whatever it's called. He kind of just pull out another sword and right now blocks it with what's it called, the sword of, well, Matsui. But Matsui's sword managed to cut through it and literally destroys the original, well, mostly not original sword, destroys a sword that, well, Kiba pulls out. And this is where he gets another slash. But this time it's kind of, well, mostly, how should I say, it's, vertical? No, not vertical. Horizontal. This is where, well, Kiba goes, he coughs up blood. This is where, well, he gets another slash. And this is where, well, Kiba can't take any more hits. This is where, well, Matsui says, are you going to give up? This is where Kiba says, no. This is where before he says no, he gets kicked in the, well, he doesn't get kicked in the stomach. He gets a knee in the stomach so hard, grabbed from the hair, and then punch with the blade still being in his hand. Mostly he punched him with the right, what it called, mostly right hand, but mostly the fist. He didn't punch him with the blade or kind of use the blade to stab him into the face. Mostly punch him in the face. This is where Kiba was thrown down to the ground. This is where Matsui says, do you give up or not? If you don't give up, I'm going to take one of your arms. Literally, I don't care. This is where, well, Ryu says, stop. He has enough. This is where Kiba says, President. This is where, well, Matsui says, fine, fine, fine. I'll be going back. This is where, well, he gets his wound kind of healed by, well, what's it called? Issei. Issei literally just adds one reverse curse energy, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei says, well, it's now my turn. Perez, what's it called? Mostly Reyes, Cremery, and Sona. What's it called? Sifri. This is where, well, they both look at him, and of course, where, well, Issei says, don't worry, you can allow your queens to come into the fight. Do you allow that, or do you two want to fight me alone? This is where, well, they said alone, and this is where, well, Issei says, good, let's make a barrier. Who here can make a barrier magic? This is where, well, Akuno makes a barrier magic, same with Sabaki, around both of them. It's like a square, but yeah. This is where Issei says, go ahead and attack me, all at once. This is where, well, Sona makes a very powerful water serpent right now appears, and this is where, well, Rias makes this powerful destruction magic. Now, of course, they both launch it at Issei, but of course, everyone is looking at Issei, and this is where, well, Matsui and Murahama just smirk. This is where Matsui started bursting out in laughter. Everyone is confused because, well, they're already seeing their best friend, well, Issei get destroyed. No. The attacks are burning even an inch towards Issei's face. Issei is grinning with this like mad look in his face. This is where, well, Rias right now pales, and even Sona. This is where, well, when the magic dispels, Issei is fine. Issei says, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm basically not normal. And Rias, you already know that I'm not normal. You should have briefed Sona Sifri here about how I defeated a fallen angel. A fallen angel with 8 wings. I killed him so brutally I took the heart off of his fucking chest and crushed it between my hands. So Sona, are you powerful enough, the same power level as a fallen angel with 8 wings? Tell me. This is where Sona says, what? Rias said, damn it. This is where, well, she kind of just doesn't deny it towards what to call any of the accusations that, well, Issei literally killed a fallen angel without a care in the world. This is where, well, Sona says, is this true? Ria says, yes, it is. This is where, well, Sona winds her eyes. This is where Issei says, and I also forgot to mention about my powers and abilities. Literally, I have an ability called Limitless. This ability allows me to literally have a limitless barrier around me. Nothing can ever reach me without my permission. Literally, there's nothing in this whole thing. Whatever you send at me would never touch me. There will always be just an infamous space around me. Oh, and you two really fucked up. Now, Rias, you know what's going to happen next. Rias says, please, Issei, don't. This is where Issei appears behind, well, both of them, in just a blink of a flash, and this is where he then chopped her necks. This is where knocking them both out. Sanji winds his eyes, even Kiba, where they're kind of being healed by, well, mostly someone from, what's it called, mostly a bishop healing them from, well, Sona's team. This is where everyone their eyes. This is where both Rias and Sona was knocked out easily. This is where Issei says, that's quite pathetic. This is where Issei's illusion started breaking, and of course showing a handsome, well, male. Right now showing silver whitish hair. Of course his eyes being crystallized blue and being much taller than, well, the previous Issei. This is where Issei says, I didn't even use my true form against him. This is where Sanji says, you mother! This is where, well, he rushes at Issei. Well, mostly it wasn't Sanji, it was, what's it called, Koneko? And this is where she was trying to punch him. This is where Issei says, no, reverse curse energy, red. Boom! She launches into multiple buildings, being destroying through it. This is where she cradles into one of the buildings. This is where Akuno and, well, Sabaki wind their eyes. Literally, Issei is this much more powerful than any of them. If he can easily take out a fallen angel with 8 wings, then he's clearly much stronger than anyone here. This is where Rainer has heart in her eyes, but she's not trying to show it. But of course, she does have heart in her eyes. Literally, she can't deny, well, the affection and love that she has towards Issei. This is where, well, Issei just grins at all of them, saying, this is so easy. Literally, Rias here was literally trying to bring me into her barrage. And I literally deny it by a little fight. I wanted to see all your skills. So, come on. The rest of you can go against me. Why don't you all go against me then? This is where everyone looks at each other. And this is where, well, Kiba tries to get up. And this is where Issei says, give up, Kiba. The reason, well, you see here, you remember that deny thing I kind of deny you? That was only a clone. This is where Issei makes a clone. This is where, well, it looks the exact same. And this is where he then goes into, what's it called, the illusion one. This is where Kiba winds his eyes. The thing he was dealing with last time was literally a clone. Not even the original Issei. This is how powerful Issei is compared to everyone here. He knocks out two of the strongest, well, what's it called? Well, supposedly the strongest, devil heiresses from two powerful families, mostly two pillars. And of course, doesn't care. Literally, he doesn't give a shit. This is where, well, Akuno doesn't actually fight. Neither does Tsubaki. This is where, well, Sanji gets up and says, I'll fight you. This is where when Reyes and what's it called, Sona are being kind of healed, they wake up and see Issei versus Sanji. Sanji says, I'll be fighting you because you managed to knock out, well, my president. And I won't take that. This is where, well, Sanji activated Sacred Gear. Issei said, fine, I'll get serious. This is where Issei puts both of his hands together. One of them overlapping, the other hand, while the other one isn't really overlapping. And this is where he says, blue. Curse energy, blue. Reverse curse energy, red. This is where both Matsui and Murahama say, shit. This is where, well, they know what Issei is doing. This is where Issei is right now putting his hands out, mostly his right hand out, putting both of his fingers out, mostly his middle finger and index finger, and this is where he says, hollow purple. This is where it wasn't such a powerful hollow purple, it was a small one, but this is where it just went past, Sanji, and this is where it destroys everything around it, literally everything, and just smashes through the barrier and just went so far and it was gone. No one knew where that shit went, but no one cared. This is where, well, Sanji could have easily been killed. The thing, the speed, the power, it just went through him. It just zoom just right past him. This is where he could have easily died. Issei is chuckling. This is where he's saying, oh, Sanji, I could have easily killed you. I could have made that bigger and that thing would have just ripped through your head, destroying you in such an instant. Tell me, Sanji, are you this weakling or stupid that you went against Murahama? You went against Murahama and he easily kicked the shit out of you. And you're going against the leader who literally kicked the shit out of, easily knocked out, Ria Scrimery and Sona Asifri. Tell me, how stupid can you be? You realize I could have easily kill you, rip you into a million pieces. I could have really shown your life just flash between your eyes millions and millions of times. You're just so stupid. But I can give you confidence for actually going against me. This is where, Sanji falls down to the ground. This is where, Sanji passes out. Literally, he fucking passes out. Just, still his eyes are widened. This is where, he easily could have fucking died. Issei wasn't holding back. What he was making a small hollow purple. We go into the hollow purple and where it actually landed at. We go into a, 10 angel winged person. He is right now flying to, he was going to fly towards, not flying towards, no. He was flying towards Kuo Academy, mostly Kuo Town, just so he can start a war. But of course, this purple hollow ripped through his arm, and literally he's going to need to fucking find someone to literally heal his arm. This is where the hollow purple just rips through and just gone. It leaves. This is where, he was confused with that little purple ball, but he didn't care. We go into somewhere else, mostly somewhere that a demon is terrorizing a, female, priestess, or mostly not priestess, like a nun. This is where it says, ooh, nuns. My favorite when there's now despair. This is where this hollow purple smashes into them, and this is where they literally disappear. They just erase from existing. They never was there. This is where the nun is confused until she just runs back and just gets away from the demon. But yeah, the demon was none other than it was that one guy that actually terrorized Asia, and I don't remember his name. Dio or something like that? I don't fucking remember. But of course, he's gone. He literally is gone, but not the point. We go into Issei. Issei saying, well, that shit was easier than I thought. Now, Rias, You remember our promise? Remember our little promise? You don't bother me ever again. Issei grins at her, and this is where Rhea is saddened. That's where Issei says, but don't worry, I would like to meet whoever was terrorizing in the first place. This is where, well, Rhea's kind of nodded. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of later on. We'll see, well, Issei meets what's it called, Azia, and of course, this is where, well, what's it called, Rainer was the one to take care of her. Of course, this is where Issei literally destroys what's it called, the other members who were there to try to take Azia's sacred gear, but yeah. Mostly a bunch of other fallen angels, but he didn't really care. He easily killed them. What a care in the world. This is where we go into mostly Riser going towards Rias. This is where, well, Riser, he actually gets challenged by Issei towards a rating games. And of course, where, well, Issei was saying that he's a pathetic human, blah, 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 blah. And of course, is where he makes a bet that Rias will marry him. And if he gets defeated with his own, well, 2 other friends here, it was a call, they were executing themselves, but of course, where, well, Rainer will be married to him also. This is where Riser had a very lustful look, and he agreed to it. This is where, well, Rainer, well, doesn't seem to distrust Issei, but Rhea does a little bit. Right now, shocked. This is where, well, Riser says that he would give him 10 days, but there was no need because Issei literally went with him towards the rain games. Of course, his friends joined, but yeah, we go into that battle. This is where Issei is right now grinning. This is where, well, everyone in the demonic world is seeing this, and this is where, well, they're just shocked to see 3 humans literally fight against one of the strongest, well, mostly one of the 3 pillars for the underworld, and that is the Phoenix. This is where, well, Razor says, when you all kind of go destroy those humans, I will be here with my queen kissing. This is where, well, before anything happens, this is where Issei says, okay, Matsui, Murahama, go wild. This is where, well, Murahama just smiles, and this is where he says, oh really, I can go wild. This is where he taps his watch multiple times, and this is where a black kind of stuff started going around his whole arm. It started going around his chest and everything, and it looks like what's it called, an Iron Man suit with nano machine, mostly kind of, yeah, it is nano machines, but of course it's black, has an orange glow to it, and it does have horns. This is where he says, it's time to rip them apart. This is where, well, he then says, Jarvis, play the song, this is where, well, he says, Jarvis, play the song called The Only Thing They Fear Is You by Doom Eternal, and literally the song started playing really loud. This is where, well, Matsui and Issei start chuckling. This is where, well, Murahama's, both of his hands right now sends 2 orange lights, like light beams, but they're like swords. And this is where he says, it's time. This is where he flies off in high speeds, right now crackling red lightning around his body. This is where he easily kills all the pawns and knights in an instant. Bishops can't run away. This is where, well, Bishops easily gets destroyed with one of them. And this is where, well, the Rooks were easily defeated by, well, none other than, Matsui. When he literally appears in front of, 2 Rooks. Well, the Rooks and the Knights. Mostly, Matsui Matsui went against the 2 Rooks and, well, 2 Knights. This is where, well, Murahama went against the pawns and just bishops, just easily ripping through them without a care in the world. This is where, well, Matsui didn't even let them, even survive him once. He speed blitzed through the knights and, the Rooks without a care in the world. He punches the Rooks down to the ground, showing them no mercy but this evil, sinister grin. This is where, well, all the demons are winding their eyes, the power of the humans. This is where they're just outrageously powerful. This is where, well, Issei gets out of his fake illusion form and shows his god form. None other than his actual true form. This is where, well, the queen and Wrathful are right now fighting against Murahama and Matsui. Matsui appears right in front of Wrathful and says, goodbye. This is where he cuts, cuts her, and of course multiple times until she, well, runs out of stamina and literally kind of passes out, gets out of the game. This is where, well, the queen is trying to fight against Murahama, and he's right now flying up in the air, and he's just gone. Zoom, zoom, zoom. He's blitzing her multiple times. And this is where he says, it's time to erase you from existence. This is where he appears right in front of her. This is where he says, Ultra Cannon! This is where, what it kind of looks like. Think of it when Genos was going against Saitama in that training kind of fight. Or not even training fight. Mostly in the, so this is what it would kind of look like, but yeah. Incinerate! This is where Motohama says, incinerate! Boom! She is gone. She has actually just been taken out. This is where Riser's angry and saying, how? How is this impossible? You three are nothing but just humans! This is where, well, Motohama lands on the ground, and this is where he says, humans? Well, yeah, we're humans, and yeah, we can easily kick the brakes off your damn team. Ha! This is where, well, Matsui is literally dying laughter, drinking right now and saying, Issei, if you don't hurry this up, I'm literally gonna run out of fucking alcohol. Him screaming is making me laugh too much. This is where, well, both Motohama and Matsui are dying. This is where Issei grins and says, yeah, I should hurry this up, shouldn't I? This is where Issei puts both of his hands together, and this is where both Futakawa's friends realize what Issei is going to do. Issei has this evilish, sinister grin right now to his face. This is where he kind of looks like that, but yeah. This is where one of his eyes are glowing with this crystallized blue, and this is where, well, he says it's time to get rid of you, fried chicken. This is where all of them, well, mostly both of his friends, jump out of the way in an instant, because they know what Issei is going to do. Literally erase Riser from fucking existence. This is where he then launches his hand out, and this is where he says purple hollow. 50. Well, he says 25% power. This is where a giant purple hollow appears. Right now, launches straight to Riser. And Riser says, I'm a phoenix. I want dodges. I'll show you I can survive it. Riser's gone. He's gone. This is where everyone sees the purple hollow just rip through everything, destroying dimensions and literally just disappearing. This is where, well, Issei is chuckling. See? Issei starts chuckling and dying of laughter, saying, is he an idiot or something? He could have easily dodged. That attack was supposed to erase him from fucking existence, Issei said out loud. This is where all the demons in the underworld are just outrageously sad. Everyone, even the Phoenix, what's it called, clan, just wind their eyes after hearing that Issei, literally that attack was supposed to erase him. This is where Issei then goes into further explainment. That attack can literally erase gods, can destroy space and time in general. It can destroy dimensions. It doesn't matter how strong, powerful you are in regeneration. If you can't survive being erased from existence, then you surely don't actually show to be immortal. You stupid fucking idiot. This is where, well, everyone winds their eyes. This is where Surge acts. Never expected a human to be this powerful. This is where Issei said, now, the whole marriage between Rias Gremory, yeah, that can shit can fuck off. Stupid fucking moron. Get on my fucking level and show me what a true god is. Because if I haven't seen a true fucking god, then shut the damn fuck up. If you couldn't even go against a fallen angel with 8 wings, and I could easily kill him, then shut the damn fuck up and, well, go fucking kill yourself, mother. This is where, well, Issei is going off because, well, Issei, he hates cocky people. Well, he is cocky, but he has the power to back it up. This person literally didn't have shit to his fucking name. Just a good regeneration. What the hell is that going to do against erasement? Literally, purple hollow. Like, that shit ain't gonna help anyone. Of course, Issei went against him because, well, destroy him in existence just so Rias doesn't complain later. But yeah. This is where, well, Rias Sona went their eyes after seeing this battle. Literally, Issei didn't give 2 fucks before erasing, what's it called, Riser from fucking existence. But yeah. But other than that, this is where, well, we go into Issei and his team, well, getting out. And of course, this is where, well, it's a festival. And of course, Rias is kind of happy. Of course, Issei and the others literally just went back to the human world. Did not give a fuck. It was dead quiet there. This is where, well, Issei is chuckling to himself and literally going to sleep. But yeah, he didn't care. This is where Drake says, you could have held back. Why didn't you hold back? This is where Issei said, what do you mean I didn't hold back? I hold 75%. He could have pulled that back a little bit more. Fuck that. This is where, well, Drake says, he could at least use my power. I don't give a damn right now, what's it called, Drake? I'll use your power later. don't worry, there will be more powerful enemies than just a fried chicken. This is where, well, Drake says, okay, mad respect, okay. Please don't do, well, this is where Drake kind of begs to Issei, before it kind of landed in deaf, what's it called, mostly deaf ears, but yeah. This is where, well, uh, Drake just tried to beg to him not to actually kill, what's it called, the White Dragon Emperor in an instant without a care in the world, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei just went to sleep and ignore Drake, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into Matsui. Matsui is literally kind of just training, but of course drinking at the same time before passing out and literally going to sleep, but yeah. We go into Motohama just building on more machines, but yeah. This is where I should mention that Motohama did kind of said, what's it called, a JoJo reference says, German technology is one of the best in the world! But yeah, I should mention about that, but don't worry about that. If you know that kind of JoJo reference, I don't think I said it right, but yeah, you get the point. But of course, this is going to be the end of this part, but yeah, I'm going to end it off here. But other than that, have a nice day and other stuff, but yeah. Now, damn it, I did it for 50 minutes and I wasn't supposed to do it. I was trying to do this for 30 minutes, but 50 minutes is good enough. Fuck it, I gotta go. But yeah, bye.